Hello guys, welcome to Filament Daily. Today I want to talk about one security issue about hiding menu items, but protecting them from both on the back end and on the front end. And this is a classical security issue not from Filament or Laravel or even PHP. Since the beginning of time of web, I remember that error being done by junior developers, hiding menu item by if statement, so it's not visible, but someone who knows or guesses the URL still can access the menu item. So there's a risk of that too in Filament if you do something like this. In the Filament documentation, in one of the sections, we have this: disabling resource or page navigation items, with the function that you may want to use something like this. So return true or false based on some condition, like rows or any other user fields, and then you show or hide some menu item, like for example user approvals. In this demo project should be visible only for admins, which it is. Now if I log in with another user which is not admin, see what happens. I don't see that admin user approvals menu item, but if I type in that manually in the URL of the browser, see what happens. There's no menu item, but I still have access. So you need to not only hide the menu item, but also protect the permission on the backend. And I will show you two ways how to do that. One way is in the same resource to have another function called can access, repeating the same condition. Then if I try to guess the URL or know the URL, I refresh the page and I would get 403 forbidden because can access will return false. But another way, and perhaps more standard way in Filament for restricting the backend, is to use policies. On the same page of the documentation where should register navigation is mentioned, this paragraph is very important. For restricting the access, you should use resource authorization or page authorization. If we go to those pages, for example, resource authorization mentions model policies as a standard way to protect the access with these methods mentioned. But if you want to just hide the main menu item, all you need to do in policy is to define view any method. So if you do this in the policy, which is related to the same model as the resource, for example, in here we have user class as a model for that resource. I've commented out the can access and enabled the policy. And now if I refresh the page, I still have 403 forbidden. But in the policy, if I return true, for example, then policy returns true and the non-admin user has the access. So yeah, a better standard way is to use authorization documentation sections for both resources and pages. But if you still want to use should register navigation, then don't forget to also protect the backend. If you want more tips like this one, subscribe to the channel Filament Daily. I will keep shooting videos and see you guys in those other videos.